everyone! Happy Friday! It is almost the weekend. I hope you are excited. I hope you have enjoyed this week. And I hope you enjoyed all our activities we did. We learned a lot of new stuff and we tried some new things. So good for us. Give yourself a pat on the back. Now, today is Friday, as I said, and we've got a special scavenger hunt planned. But before we talk about our scavenger hunt, let's talk about our riddle. So, as you guys know, I always do a riddle, and at the end I ask you to answer it. So, keep your ears open and your brains on. So, today's riddle is, what's something that has to be broken in order for you to use? I don't know anything that I'm using that I would like broken. So, think long, think hard. And I'll ask you at the end of our video. But now, let's go talk about our scavenger hunt. Our scavenger hunt this week is something that's a little bit more challenging than what we typically do for our hunts, but it's something I think you guys will take and run with. I think you guys are going to do fantastic. So without further ado, let's introduce our scavenger hunt. Drum roll, please. It's an alphabet scavenger hunt. I know, I am so excited. There are going to be 26 things for you to find. And I know, now that I've said alphabet, you guys are thinking, excuse me, Emma, but what do you know that starts with a Z in your house? Or a Q, or, you know, something that you're maybe struggling with to think of in your home. But let me tell you, I'm going to give you one hint. One hint. That's it. And it's going to be for Z. I'm going to be honest, I was a little stumped when I was first beginning to think of things. I was like, what in the world begins with a Z in my house or in my yard? And I'm going to be honest, I was stumped. It took me a second. And I'll give you one hint. This is it. You still have A through Y to find. It is zipper. Right? I don't know why it took me so long to think of it. It's on so many pieces of clothing, but there you go. Zipper. Now, like I said, A through Y is up to you. Stay tuned to see what our scavenger hunt looks like this week. I hope you guys are excited, and I hope you guys rise to the challenge. And hey, if you find something extra cool, feel free to tag us on Instagram. We love to see what you're looking for. Here's what we got. All right, so this is it. This is our scavenger hunt this week. The PDF is available to download and print below, so just click on that link and it should take you right there. And again, if you do find anything and you want to give us a shout out on Instagram, hnd.housenextdoor is where to find us. Happy hunting! Respect. What does it mean? Let's talk about it. So respect is something that's pretty broad. It's pretty general. A lot of different people have different definitions for what respect is. So in my research, I've kind of narrowed it down to 3 possible different things. A respect or admiration for people, so you admire their talents or what they've done, and that's respect. Another type of respect is respecting others. So there's different cultures, different people, different ethnicities. Everyone is different, and it's so, so, so important that we are respectful and kind to each other. And another type of respect is just understanding another's feelings and acknowledging that. Kind of like empathy, but in the more you don't have to relate to it, you just say, I respect that, and you kind of move on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what respect is by definition. Now, how do we show respect? It's pretty big. A lot of different people could say a lot of different things about it, but I like to think of it as another way to spread kindness and show thanks. So if you respect someone, let them know. I'm all about open communication. Let that person know you respect them and that you admire them. Another way you can show respect is by helping out. If you respect mom, dad, aunt, uncle, whomever, let them know. Help them out. Give them that extra help around the house. Go and pick up everybody's toys without being asked. It's a nice little favor like that that makes people feel respected and like you care for them. And little things like that go a long way. So maybe there's something this weekend you can do to show someone you respect them. While I may have talked a lot today about how important it is to respect others, it is also so very important that you respect yourself as well. What I mean by that is not letting others' opinions of you control your own opinion of you. You are your own person with your own values and own morals. Own it, honey. You are amazing. Let the whole world see it. And while we're still talking about self-respect, make sure you don't talk poorly of yourself to yourself. So sometimes we have the tendency to go, "Oh, that was so dumb, Emma. Why did you do that?" No. Show yourself some empathy. All right, that wasn't our best decision, but we will grow and we will learn from it. That's what respect is. We are all just trying to be our best, and I hope you continue to grow and be your best. Now, let's go finish our book. If you guys last remember, we left off our Mummies in the Morning book on chapter 9. We are about to start chapter 10 today. We'll see what happens in chapter 10, another clue. Late morning sunlight shone through the treehouse window. Shadows danced on the ceiling and wall. Jack took a deep breath. He was lying on the floor of the treehouse. "I wonder what Mom's making for lunch," said Annie. She was looking out the window. Jack smiled. Lunch. Mom. Home. It all sounded so real, so calm and safe. "I hope it's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches," he said. He closed his eyes. The wood floor felt cool. "Boy, this place is a mess," said Annie. "We'd better make it neater, in case Em comes back." Jack had almost forgotten about Em. Would they ever meet the mysterious Em? The person who seemed to own all the books in the treehouse? "Let's put the Egypt book back on the bottom of the pile," said Annie. "Good idea," said Jack. He needed a rest before he visited any more ancient tombs. "Let's put the dinosaur back on top of the Egypt book," said Annie. "Yeah, good," said Jack. And a long rest before they visited another Tyrannosaurus Rex. "The castle book can go on the very, very top of the pile," said Annie. Jack nodded and smiled. He liked thinking about the knight on the cover of the castle book. He felt as if the knight were his friend. "Jack," said Annie, "look!" Jack opened his eyes. She was pointing at the wooden floor. "What is it?" he asked. "You have to see for yourself." Jack groaned as he got up. He stood next to Annie and looked at the floor. He didn't see anything. "Turn your head a little," said Annie. "You have to catch it in just the right light." Jack tipped his head to the side. Something was shining on the floor. He tipped it a bit more. A letter came into focus. The letter M. It shimmered in the sunlight. This proved that the treehouse belonged to M. Our first picture. There's the M. Absolutely, for sure, no question, no doubt about it. Jack touched the M with his finger. His skin tingled. Just then, the leaves trembled, and the wind picked up. "Let's go down now," he said. Jack grabbed his backpack. Then he and Annie climbed down the ladder. As they stood on the ground below the treehouse, Jack heard a sound in the bushes. "Who's there?" he called. The woods grew still. "I'm going to bring the medallion back soon," Jack said loudly. "And the bookmark too, both of them, tomorrow." "Who are you talking to?" asked Annie. "I feel like M is nearby," said Jack. Annie's eyes grew wide. "Should we look for him?" But just then, their mother's voice came from the distance. "Jack! Annie!" Jack and Annie looked around the trees. Then they looked at each other. "Tomorrow," they said. And then they took off running out of the woods. They ran down the street. They ran across their yard. They ran into their house. They ran into their kitchen. And they ran right into their mom. She was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. All right, so that's the end of the chapter, but there's also a little snippet about ancient Egypt that I'm going to read for you guys real quick, because I think why not have the opportunity to learn something new and fun? Here's the first picture, the ancient Egyptians and the pyramids. Ancient Egypt. For thousands of years, mummies and pyramids were a great mystery. How were the pyramids built? Why did people make mummies? What was the strange writing on the mummy's case? In the last 200 years, scientists have learned a great deal about the people who built the pyramids and made mummies. They were hardworking people who enjoyed life. They loved science and music. Building the pyramids. It took many years to build a pyramid. It also took thousands of workers. Egyptologists think that workers used wooden rollers to move giant stones across the desert. Some of the stones even weighed over 4,000 pounds. Imagine moving that across the desert. 4,000 pounds a stone. No thank you. No one really knows exactly how the workers put giant stones in place. Most Egyptologists think that they were built on large ramps and raised up. When the pyramid was finally finished, the ramps were torn down. Many people think that the work on the pyramids was done by slaves. This is not true. Almost all the work was done by farmers during the flood season. The farmers were paid to help build the pyramids, but most of them worked for a reason more important than money. They believed that building the pyramids would help them get to the next life when they die. And just like that, our book, The Mummies in the Morning, is over. I hope you guys enjoyed that book and hopefully you learned something new. And now that we're done with our reading and our positive action, we only have one thing left. Our riddle! So who remembers at the beginning of the video, I asked, what's something that needs to be broken in order for you to use it? Did you think of it? Or did I stump you? We'll find out. The answer to our riddle today is an egg. Get it? You gotta break the egg to use the egg. I thought it was pretty funny, and I hope you did too. But until next week, until another riddle, I'll see ya. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you guys for watching.